Alright everyone, so this is Spot. As mentioned, quadrupedal robot. Spot has 12 motors in it for the walking part. So for each of the 4 legs there are 3 motors. Quasi-direct drive, you have one facing this way, one right here, and then you have a ball screw joint here that connects to the knee. So this is a standard walking gait for Spot. So Spot again is what we call a dynamic walker, not a static walker. So if Spot has anything in its path, he will be able to walk over it, turn around, and sort of balance himself. So I will add a little step as a perturbation here. And Spot is able to sort of dynamically adjust the forces on his legs to make sure that he does not fall. You will see sometimes Spot will step on the edge of the step, will slip off, and he is able to sort of counteract those forces and make sure he does not slip. How does Spot see? Spot has 5 RealSense cameras on him. He has 2 in the front, 1 on each side. I do have some other fun dance moves that we can see. So here's a nice little sample dance for Spot. And he always likes to bow because he likes to make sure that you saw him. We either try to walk around it or he'll walk over it. So he'll probably decide to go to the left here because there is a small obstacle to the right. But if we decide that we just want to go over this obstacle, he is more than happy to do that. You can kick over Spot, but the thing is the Spot just fixes itself. So Spot just decided to roll back over, get up, walk up the stairs, and reassess the situation anyways. So we'll decide that we'll pick up a little dog toy. We have a little broccoli there that we'll play around with for a little bit. So say we want to, pick up this little broccoli object. All I'm doing on the screen here is we just have a nice little image of what Spot sees, and we're going to say, hey, we want you to pick up that broccoli. So we're going to say pick up object. Hit our little broccoli on the ground. You can pick it up in any orientation, and he uses basically all of his cameras. He has a camera. It's always good when it squeaks. He has a camera in his hand, and we'll carry this object around. You can imagine Spot having like a little. You imagine Spot having a little basket on his back, so he picks things up, puts it in his back, carries them around, does what he needs to do with them. One of my favorite little things about Spot with an arm is if you have ever sort of seen a video of someone holding a chicken, and if you move the chicken body around, the head stays stable. It's basically a gimbal, similar to a camera. Spot also has that sort of capability. You do some fun Jacobian math, and you can walk the gripper in the world. Pure mechanics of what's going on in here. The way Spot works, if anyone is interested, is you have a very complex dynamics model of all the masses, and you're running something called model predictive control online and kind of updating your trajectory, your plan, your control. So if you just look at the very simplest model of a walker, it is an inverted pendulum. And if you look at the time scale in which you need to operate at, in terms of like your joint level control, the joint level control is working at 4 kilohertz. So it's updating its torque estimate, once every 1/4,000 seconds. If you look at your inverted pendulum model, the time scale that you look at, a taller inverted pendulum is much easier to control than a very short one. So very small things